Federal Executive Council prioritizes empowering local industries, reducing dependency on foreign imports. President Tinubu redeploys 2 permanent secretaries to strengthen governance and effective policy implementation. Minister of Works inspects Abuja-Kaduna Highway, sets deadline for completion. Hello and welcome to the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24, reaching you live from Abuja, the nation's capital. I am Nolene Abel Ame, and now to the news. The Federal Executive Council is about to launch new major policies to prioritize and grow local contents and industries. The initiatives are under an umbrella policy titled Renewed Hope Nigeria First. Information and National Orientation Minister Mohammed Idris announced this as one of the outcomes of the Council's meeting this Monday. State House correspondent Musbaudan Wahab reports.
And this is a proposal by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on what he calls the Renewed Hope Nigeria First policy.
It is a policy that aims to herald a new era of growth for local industries and products.
This seeks to foster a new business culture that will be bold, confident, but also very, very Nigerian. And it aims at making government to invest in our people and our industries by changing how government spends money, how we procure, and how also we build our economy. Going forward, Nigerian industry will take precedence in all procurement processes. Where local supply falls short, contracts will be structured to build capacity domestically. Contractors will no longer serve as intermediaries sourcing foreign goods where local factories die idle.
The Bureau of Public Procurement has therefore been mandated to immediately revise and enforce procurement guidelines to prioritize locally produced goods and homegrown solutions, creates a local content compliance framework, among other tasks. There are also directives to ministries, departments, and agencies of government.
No procurement of foreign goods or services already available locally shall proceed without justification and a written waiver from BPP. Number 2, where no viable local option exists, contracts must include provisions for technology transfer, local production, or skills development. By way of example, the provision of quota allocations under the Sugar Master Plan should take into consideration participants' backward integration plans and investment in Nigeria and ensure compliance with the master plan.
The Attorney General of the Federation is expected to prepare an executive order for the President to issue on this policy. The federal government is also preparing to tap into full potential of cocoa as the highest non-oil contributor to the nation's GDP. The Council approved that the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security submit a draft bill for the establishment of a National Cocoa Management Board.
We had meetings prior to what we have submitted with our sister countries on the need to harmonize and see how we can enhance the production, the processing, and also the marketing of cocoa, which is a very valuable agricultural resource.
The administration is also staying true to its promise to check flooding in Nigeria with the award of contract for the rehabilitation and expansion of 4 major dams, including Tiga Dam in Kano, Chalawa Dam, and Kafinchiri irrigation projects.
Contract has been awarded for the repair of the Alao Dam in Maiduguri. You may recall that this dam caused the flooding in Maiduguri last year. So this contract has been awarded to prevent such occurrence this year.
Ministry of Works also got approval to award contract for about 10 roads and bridges across the country.
We have good news out of the Section 1 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. That Section 1, over 70% work has been done. And so 30 kilometers is going to be made available for Mr. President to commission. And another 10 kilometers is going to be made available for Section 2. And of course, Sokoto Bagadagri, we want to make available 10 kilometers completed on concrete at KB axis before the 25th of May.
The Council has also approved new National Integrated Electricity Policy and the National Policy on Marine and Blue Economy.
Thank you very much.
From the State House, Musbah and Wahab, NTA News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the deployment of 2 newly appointed federal permanent secretaries. This strategic deployment is part of ongoing efforts to strengthen governance, enhance service delivery, and ensure effective policy implementation in line with the Renewed Hope agenda. The newly appointed permanent secretaries, who emerged through a competitive selection process, bring a wealth of experience, expertise, and innovation to their new roles. Their posting is designed to optimize performance, foster ministerial collaboration, and drive sustainable development across key sectors of the economy. The permanent secretaries and their assigned ministries are as follows: Mr. Rauf Olarinre Adeladon, Federal Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy; Dr. Mukhtar Yawale Mohammed, Federal Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy; the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, DD Esther Walson-Jack, congratulated the newly appointed posted permanent secretaries and urged them to bring their expertise to bear in their new assignments, while emphasizing the importance of professionalism, accountability, and result-oriented leadership in achieving the federal government's developmental goals. The National Assembly is set to resume plenary this Tuesday, May 6, 2025, after 5 weeks of break. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali has an update of the state of works.
The Senate and House of Representatives commenced the break on Thursday, March 27, 2025, for the Eid al-Fitr, Easter and the Workers' Day holidays. As the 2 chambers resume plenary, some issues of priority are on the front burner, in particular economic-related legislations.
The Senate will be engaged with the tax reform bill in order to bring it in consonance with international best practice, in order to boost the revenue of the country.
Mostly what people are interested is to see that the electoral laws improve beyond the normal. Because when you have good election, you also have good leadership. But how do we improve and get those things done on time before the new election starts, year starts? These are also part of the things that are quite germane.
The Constitution amendment process is another area of focus, as voices amplify for the creation of state police and special legislative seats for women.
There is a need to create state police, especially having regard to the avalanche of security problems that we have across the nooks and crannies of the country.
The lawmakers are also to engage more with ministries, departments and agencies of government as they oversight the 2025 budget, which is now in the second quarter of implementation. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
In other news, motorists across Nigeria will soon benefit from improved road infrastructure, facilitating faster and more efficient travel and contributing to accelerated economic development. Minister of State for Works, Bello Muhammad Goronyo, stated this during an inspection tour of the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road Section 1 Phase 1 project. Usman Zubairu reports that the minister expressed satisfaction with the progress and quality of work.
The Abuja-Kaduna road is a critical link in Nigeria's transport network. The construction work on the expressway, which is progressing steadily, has a contractual deadline of 14 months. Approximately 6 kilometers each of the sites have already been constructed using reinforced rigid concrete pavement. Minister of State for Works, Mohammed Bello Goronyo, said the inspection is aimed at assessing the volume of work done. He commended the contractor for the quality of work delivered so far, which reflects the President's unwavering commitment to national development through robust infrastructure. He said the use of rigid pavement is new to Nigeria, but it has to become necessary due to the consistent failure of flexible pavements under the local conditions.
The expertise that is being brought here in this work, and I'm sure by the special grace of God, the company will deliver this job within the record time.
So I want you to know that it's a new technology, it's a good work, it's working, and it will continue to work.
The Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Expressway, when completed, is expected to accelerate the economic prosperity and ease the hardship faced by motorists. Usman Zubairu, NTA News.
And talking security, Minister of State for Defense Bello Muhammad has lauded President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his transformative reforms, asserting that these initiatives will pave the way for a brighter future for Nigeria. In a statement, the minister highlighted key achievements of President Tinubu's administration, particularly in the areas of security and defense. He noted that the successful neutralization of over 8,000 terrorists and bandits, the arrest of 11,600 criminals, and the recovery of more than 10,000 weapons in 2024 as a great milestone. The establishment of the multi-agency anti-kidnap fusion cell significantly enhanced strategic coordination in the fight against kidnapping. Cutting off the sources of funding terrorist activities is critical in the ongoing renewed fight against insurgency and other crimes. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa reports that the National Defense College is developing the capacity of security, intelligence and financial officers on countering terrorism financing.
Terrorism, a global menace, has for decades hindered development in different parts of the world. According to the 2022 Global Terrorism Index report, the epicenter of terrorism have shifted to the Central Sahel region of sub-Saharan Africa. Between 2011 and 2023, Boko Haram destroyed property worth billions of naira and claimed more than 38,000 lives across parts of Cameroon, Chad, Niger, and Nigeria. This heinous crime persists due to illicit terrorism financing. In 2014 alone, Boko Haram received more than $65 million in funding.
Countering the financing of terrorism is not just a financial or legal obligation, but also a vital component of our broader national and regional security strategy. This course presents a unique opportunity to show Nigeria's commitment towards building the capacity of our armed forces, security agencies, our intelligence community, law enforcement agencies and their counterparts in other ministries, departments and agencies.
It is on this premise that CTF, CFT and regional security costs mark a significant milestone in our collective quest to deepen strategic effort to foster interagency cooperation and build sustainable capacity in countering one of the most insidious threats confronting the Sahel and West African region, which is financing of terrorism.
The platform also emphasizes the critical need for both local and international collaboration to combat terrorism financing. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
This is the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24. We have more stories when we return. Stay with us. Talking politics, the national chairman of the governing All Progressives Congress APC, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has appealed to politicians to make democratic process less cumbersome for litigations. The national chairman was speaking during the unveiling of Abuja branch office of Loibo and Co legal firm in Abuja, where he emphasized justice, truth and fairness in the administration of Nigerian law system.
There is no doubt it will add value, especially in providing legal services to the people of Nigeria, and in particular to politicians who are always in litigation on one issue or another. So I believe the opening of that firm is a blessing to democracy.
You must dispense justice with fear of God. And so we are coming to add value and to ensure that the oppressed are always defended to the best of our ability.
Eminent Nigerians, including some members of the 10th National Assembly, retired jurists of the Supreme Court, and APC stalwarts were in attendance at the brief ceremony. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule says the economic reforms initiated by President Bola Tinubu have significantly improved revenue at the sub-nationals and reset the country for sustainable growth. At a stakeholders engagement in Lafia, Governor Sule assured that the sub-nationals will use the increased revenue to improve lives of the people and fix infrastructure deficit. Aliu Tijani reports.
It's a convergence of people across all strata of the society, with Minister of Women Affairs Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, former Attorney General of the Federation Abubakar Malami, and former Governor of the state Senator Umaru Tanko Almakura, among others in attendance, as issues of leadership and development top agenda of discussion. The convergence is also to celebrate Secretary to the State Government, Labaran Shaibu Magaji, where Governor Sule uses the event to dispel rumor of the planned exit of CPC bloc from the APC, describing it as false, reassuring that APC remains united to supporting the administration of President Bola Tinubu that is committed to economic growth and development of the country.
We are commending the President Asuwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu for what he's doing. That's why some people are trying to take away some of our people, some of the good people. When they check and see a good person is there, they want to take him away. When they see this one, they want to take you away. You are not taking Maleme away. He is going to be with us. He is not going anywhere.
Nasarawa State holds an immense potential with its strategic location, the rich natural endowments, and the youthful population. It is well positioned to become a model of inclusive growth and innovation.
To everyone gathered here today, your presence is a powerful affirmation of our shared values of excellence in governance and transparency in what we do in governance.
Conversations revolves around leadership recruitment across all strata of government as speakers identify integrity, vision, capacity as some of the requirements needed in leadership recruitment, which Nigerians must look out for during elections. In Lafia, Aliu Tijani, NTA News.
In other news, the administration of Umo Eno is making bold steps towards repositioning the Akwa Ibom State Fire Service Department, beginning with the construction of a world-class state fire service headquarters that will come with modern facilities. Commissioner for Works and Fire Service, Professor Eno Ibanga, made this known while declaring open the 2025 International Firefighters Day celebration held in Uyo. Kelvin Samuel reports.
Firefighters are known for their courage as they continually put their lives on the line to protect communities and the environment from disasters. This is why May 4th every year is set aside to appreciate the effort of these gallant personnel. Declaring the event open, the Commissioner for Works and Fire Service, represented by the Permanent Secretary Ignatius Ekwerewai, commended them for their dedication to the service of humanity, assures of better days ahead as Akwa Ibom State Government is set to give fire service a facelift in the state.
The current administration prioritizes workplace safety and general welfare of the people of the state and will not leave any stone unturned to ensure we are protected from all kinds of dangers, especially fire disasters.
The acting state director and other stakeholders, while appreciating the state government for the regular support and lofty plans for the department, reassures of their resolve to keep the state safe.
I know that my men have now come to know what is demanded of them and what the duty is all about. And from here they are motivated.
So we need to go back and challenge ourselves. So we need to make sure that those safety policies make sense. Those facility inspections make sense. Otherwise, I'm telling all of us here, some of us will be in jail for allowing those fires to happen.
We acknowledge the importance of their work in preventing and responding to fires, as well as promoting a culture of safety in our state.
There is need for installation of hydrants along those newly constructed roads would be of great help, and it will really go as far as, showcasing the Arise agenda.
So sincerely speaking, I said that this event has reshaped the mind of our personnel, so we can only do better.
The event, which featured paper presentations and award to outstanding personnel, had as its theme, promoting safety consciousness is essential for preserving lives and critical state development assets. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
This is the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24. Here is a recap of our major stories. Federal Executive Council prioritizes empowering local industries, reducing dependency on foreign imports. President Tinubu redeploys 2 permanent secretaries to strengthen governance and effective policy implementation. Minister of Works inspects Abuja-Kaduna Highway, sets deadline for completion. Former President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed sadness over the passing of Charity Mustafa, sister of former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa. A statement by his media aide, Shehu Garba, says, while on vacation in the United Kingdom, Buhari received the news of Charity's death after a prolonged illness with great sorrow. He praised her strength during her illness, stating that such a loss leaves a void that can never be filled. Buhari noted that her warmth and kindness would be remembered by her family and all who knew her. The former president concluded by wishing the family strength to endure this loss. And that concludes the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24. Thank you so much for watching. I am Nolene Ebelame. Bye for now.